Okay, so welcome. What you're seeing right now is my Loom account. I want to show you how to use Google Calendar to set up a booking page so that, for example, if you have clients who want to be able to book sessions with you and maybe have conversations with you as a coach or a mentor or whatever, this will basically help you do that. So people can just simply go on that page, book you for whatever length of time that you have permitted, and then you get an email, and both parties get notified throughout before the day of the call. Right, so I'm going to show you how I was able to do that for myself. And if, as you can see, this is my booking page for the inner circle members at the networking salon. They simply come here to once they click on this now, it takes pretty much takes them to this page where I've given only Thursdays and Fridays 30 minutes call. So once they click on it, they fill their names, fill their email, phone numbers, and a brief on what the call is going to be about. So what this helps me to do is prepare ahead of the call. And you can also okay, so let's just dive right into it. Now the first thing you want to do is open your Google Calendar. So you go on calendar.google.com, and then you open your Google Calendar like this, and you scroll down on this part of your you scroll down on this part of your page. You're going to see booking page, my calendar, and other calendars. So what you come here, you click on this plus sign. I already have my own calendar here. You click on this plus sign. Once you click on it, a page opens up like this. And what you're supposed to do here now is give it a name. So let's call it mentorship Paul with Andre. And then we can say we want the call to be 1 hour or 30 minutes. So let's make it 1 hour. Let's make it 1 hour. And so you can decide on what days and at what time you want the call to be. So for me, I chose Thursdays and Fridays, 7 to 7:30 for those days. So just two slots per week. So anybody who wants to book me for that simply goes on my calendar, book me for those days. And for this, let's say we put on, so you can choose whether you want the calendar, want it to be like that for the rest of the year. For mine, it's like that for the rest of the year. So you can click repeat. Um, you can choose, say on, you can choose to cancel Mondays, cancel Tuesdays, and leave just Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Or you can even decide to add Saturday and cancel Wednesday and Thursdays. Right. So once you've done that, what you come here to do is let us know what time you are free for the call. So you can simply just come here and say 8 p.m. since it's 1 hour, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then you come to Saturdays and say 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. since it's Saturday, right? 10 a.m. And then the next thing you do after that is to ensure that this is on the of course, West African time. But if you're not in Nigeria, you pretty much will just look for your time zone and select that so that you don't end up scheduling a call and missing the call because your calendar is not aligned to your time zone. And then the next thing you do is scheduling window. What does this mean? It means that you get to decide at what point you want people to schedule a call. For example, the maximum in advance that an appointment can be booked is 60 days here. Or you can say, okay, no, 6 days is too long. Somebody can book 60-day call, maybe, and even end up forgetting. So you reduce it to like maybe 2 weeks. So you can say 14 days, right? And you say the minimum time before the appointment starts that it can be booked. 4 hours is not fair on you, so you say 24 hours, or you can even say 48 hours. So 48 hours. So people have to book you 48 hours before the time for the call. Yeah. And then, so what that automatically would do for you is, if you have your calendar and it's already less than 48 hours, that particular time slot, people will not be able to, to book it because you have already indicated this year. Now you can also come here to change the date, the time, because we just did like a general time on the other page before this. We said for Fridays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Or for Saturdays, we said 10 to 11. But you can come here and tweak those dates for the particular day. Maybe, for example, something came up. You can just come here and say, okay, you want to change Saturdays to be a bit later and all of that. So that's what you can do here. Then book appointment setting. Here you do buffer time. You add time between appointment slots. For example, this doesn't really apply for what we have just for the booking page that we're setting up, because we only have one slot per day. But in cases where you have a full day that you want to use to take all your call, what you can just do is you can come here and say, okay, I want 2 hours in between my calls. So you come here, you click this, and then you choose say 60 or 180, 120, 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, right? 120 minutes, and then you can come and say maximum bookings per day. Remember, we're talking about if you're taking all your calls on a particular day, you can decide that you want to only take 3 calls per day, right? And then you can choose this here. So, but this doesn't apply to what we've already started out with, and so we are going to just leave it blank. Of course, you can decide whether or not you want your guests to be able to add people to the call, and that's what you do here. But this doesn't apply also. Now, once we're done with that, we go to calendar, right? We go to calendar. The calendar that we've selected here is the networking salon. Ordinarily, the networking salon doesn't offer this kind of we don't offer this kind of service to our audience. What we do instead is accountability, because people we work with are basically professionals who want to achieve, results in their careers. They're not looking for clarity. So mentorship, we can simply just switch that to go before the African soft skills development calendar, because that one is more tailored to the audience that we're trying to serve. But just for the case of learning, we'll leave it this way. So I'm just showing you that, just in case you have like multiple calendars, multiple emails logged in, right? So you can just, toggle between calendars. Once you're done with that, you click on next, and then here you have your title already. You can come here to upload. You can come here to decide how you want to meet. You can use Google Meet. You come here, you put your description, mentorship session with university student, whatever you have there. And then you come to the booking form to decide what the data you want to collect. So first name, last name, email address. You add another one. I think the next you can add is phone number. You can make it required or not. You can make it required or not. And then you can add another one where they have to share with you a brief on what they need clarity on. So this is required also because, of course, we are booking a call for 1 hour. You want to be clear on what they need clarity on, so that you can even, this can also help you prepare before the call. So you have that there, and then the next thing you do is booking confirmation page, right? So do you, yeah, you see, you and the person who made the appointment will get a confirmation email with a calendar invitation. The person who made the appointment will get a reminder email before the appointment. So one day before they will get the reminder. Or you can come here and add another reminder and say, okay, you want them to be reminded 1 hour before the call. You can add another one and say you want them to be reminded 10 minutes before the call. And then after you've done that, you simply save this. And once you save that, you have this already. You have this already on your calendar. You just simply go to that particular day. You go to that particular day and you'll find that it is already on your calendar. It is blocked on that particular time slot is blocked on your calendar. Right? So you see this from the previous one we created, and then you see this for this one we just created. So if I click on this now, this is what will happen will show up here. So somebody can just simply you come here, you copy the link to that booking page. This is the link to the booking page. You can copy it like this, or you can simply come here, click here to preview, right? So you can see Fridays 8 p.m. and then Saturdays 9 a.m. Right? So once they click on this, this comes up. They put their name, put their phone numbers, put all the details that you requested, and they put book. Once they click this book, you automatically get an email saying that someone has scheduled a call with you, and they also would get an email also. Another thing that would happen is one day before the call, they are going to get a reminder. 1 hour before the call, to get a reminder. You also will get a reminder, and that pretty much just helps you handle your client calls effortlessly. So let me know if this helps, and I look forward to creating more short tutorials like this for you.